Anyway, continue with our story. So, sticking with entertainment now, obviously, movie films have been a standard staple for many of us, right? You watching films online or whether in a movie theater is a different experience. But the question here is there's now an option, viable option of not just watching movie theaters but watching it at the confines of your home. And one of the more popular streaming services, which is Netflix, which is ironically, I'm a subscriber myself, which I recently did late last year with the lockdown. That's you're stuck at home, you have limited options as entertainment. They offer a very compelling case, lots of content, but very affordable pricing. Anyway, one of the main issues here in this article, according to Full.com, that Netflix lost a billion hours worth of content. So just to put it in context, so one of the more popular series that people are watching at home is The Office, which was helmed by not the one with Ricky Gervais. What's the name? The US version, yeah, that's it. And obviously, the series, which was owned by NBC Universal, which have already opened their own streaming app services called Peacock, have already, taken away the rights for that series. But actually, right now, if you still subscribe, you can still watch the series in different territories, in different regions. So there's still time. I think it ends until end of January, I think. So question here is, the Office popularity, was it because of Netflix or is it because of the audience in the streaming services? So I think it's a mutual relationship that obviously the big giant that is Netflix is pushing different contents to different moviegoers. And obviously, if you were to look at some of the more popular series, is The Office is one of them. So let's take a closer look here. So let's see here. So if we were to scroll down here, so here are some of the favorite TV series, and look at the platform. What do they all have in common? So from The Office, Grey's Anatomy, Criminal Minds, Ozark, NCIS, and what else? You also have Schitt's Creek, Supernatural, Lucifer, Shameless, The Crown. All of them are being streamed in Netflix platform. So it just goes to show that the more popular series are being watched in that in Netflix. And is it a big blow for the company? Obviously, but at the end of the day, it's the content that matters, right? And sorry, one of my main contentions here is, if other companies are going to provide their own streaming services, whether it's HBO Max, Disney Plus, or Amazon Prime, and then you have Netflix competing from what actually there's even Apple TV, right? We're just going back to to the old previous times when we were watching free TV, cable TV, and then now we're in different streaming services that if you want to watch a particular TV series, you have to pay separately and so forth. For me, I'd rather stick to one if that's preferable. So obviously, it's a case-to-case basis for different individuals here. So if you were to take a closer look here, as mentioned, so one of the popular films that I've seen so far is I'm rewatching the entire series of Criminal Minds. I was able to finish it before, so hopefully I can finish it this year. And Ozark is a very good story, and obviously based on the moviegoers, many people who are watching. And NCIS, I've watched bits and pieces of it. Lucifer, I haven't watched. Shameless as well, and The Crown as well. So again, does this mean doom and gloom for the big giant, which is Netflix? No, not necessarily. Obviously, the company is able to push users to whatever content that they are trying to maximize in terms of efficiency, and then as well as content spending in the long run here. Now, one of the articles that states here, it mentions that, are you familiar with the TV series Tiger King? So it's not a very popular series, but obviously with the right marketing, or in this case, the best billboard in the business, which is the home screen of Netflix. So if you log in, obviously whatever it's in the home screen, they'll try to push in or find the algorithms that you're interested in watching based on your previous viewing. And in my case, I've watched several films, so they'll try to connect me with the films of similar genres or time frame. If I like watching older films, they'll show me several similar films, right? I think the last film that I watched was 2012, The Day After Tomorrow. So it varies depending on, your preference for that particular day. And again, obviously, for Netflix, one of its key advantages here is it turns out that the best place to talk to subscribers about Netflix is on Netflix. So the point here is getting to the customers directly is the best way to garner more loyalty, more content, and so forth. So the key here is, and one of the advantages here as compared to the other companies, is with so much data on its subscribers' viewing habits, they are able to maintain engagement even after losing, The Office or any other licensed series. I think the series that they own is Stranger Things. I haven't watched that yet. The Witcher, I finished the season 1. Looking forward to season 2. Now, question is, will this impact them because of stronger competition? Yeah, in a sense, it will push them to provide better services, better products, and so forth, and invest more, which is good for the consumers at the end of the day. Now, in the likes of Disney, obviously, they're very popular right now with their plethora of their libraries of older films. But obviously, moving forward, you need content to drive consumers to stay in your platform. And in this case, Mandalorian is one of their, key reasons why many moviegoers, especially Star Wars fans, are switching to Disney Plus right now. Now, I've seen bits and pieces of The Mandalorian. It's very compelling. It's a very interesting story. Totally different from, what we've been seeing in the big screen. So, kudos for them. Baby Yoda. So, it's very, it's very compelling if you've seen bits and pieces of the film, the series. And using the technology is another thing. You can see they're not using green screen. They're using a somewhat LED or OLED screen that simulates the external shots, which is, kind of astonishing with, improved technology and so forth. But again, at the end of the day, Netflix advantage lies in its ability to spend its content budget more efficiently compared to other competitors due to its large subscriber base and bounty of viewer data. So in the case of Comcast, they have to pay $500 million for the rights to air The Office, as mentioned. So obviously, Netflix can get away at some level of engagement with far less spending, which is, it's a big deal for them. And gives them the flexibility in terms of content budget and ensures that it doesn't have to overspend. Now, obviously, time will tell if this is a long-term strategy that would be beneficial for them and for their customer base. And at the end of the day, Netflix cash flow as it retains and adds subscribers without spending more than it has to be.